Hi YouTube, so I'm back at this old house. I know I've been here a couple times with the AT Pro, but I thought it'd be cool to bring the Vaquero out here. Alright, nice and consistent here. A shallow maximum discrimination signal. Could be a clad quarter or something. Yeah. A little bigger than a quarter. Probably looking at a whole can or something down here. Cutting roots. So this thing is down a ways, right about there. That's annoying. I'm just trying to pry it out. It does seem like it's coming. There it is. Yep. That's something. It looks like a horseshoe. But it's connected there. Huh. I don't know much about horseshoes. What do you think of that? Well, we'll have to look into that. Okay, I got a penny type signal here. Seems to be another large object. There we are. Yep. It's got something on it. It's kind of like a can, but this is more of a handle. It's like put together weird. It's got this red circle on it. Oh, it says something. It says Union Trust Company, Madison, Wisconsin. What is that? I don't want to mess with it too much because it seems like it's old. Mosquitoes are having a lot of fun. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, so this yard here, this house is on my 1892 plat map. And it's possible that it would have had a privy. And this little spot here, to me, looks like a good possible location for that privy. I'm not getting signals here. But it's a little depression in it. It's kind of square. It could have been anything here, but if there was a privy here, I'm gonna bet that it was here. I got something coming in down here. It's at least into the zinc range, but it sounds like it might be something kind of big. Again. Well, that's gonna be tough digging. Hopefully it's not that deep. Huh. What the heck is that? I mean, it looks like a jack almost, but it's like spiky. It's not quite built like a jack should be. This looks like something you'd put down to pop somebody's tire. I don't know what that thing is. Well, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Might try to clean that thing up. It looks... I can't think of anything that would be. Looks crazy. It looks like some crazy people would have. I don't know. It's getting too dark to find my stuff, so I'm gonna have to be calling it quits here pretty soon. Well, I got 3 decent finds. What's up, guys? This is old. So I've done a few hunts, and I'm really I haven't found anything super fantastic. So I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and sift through all the digs and put together a video of me digging. What really comes down to a bunch of clad and, you know, like a few keys in here. You see those. Found this brooch in that old yard. I took the vaquero to that old yard I mean, this is my fines pouch. This is a variation. It's just, it's finds from basically all 3 recent hunts. And a little bit of jewelry. This is from an Avon ring. I only know that because I've found more than just this one. This here, I've heard them called conchos or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and acid dip that real quick so get the rust off and see if it's got any markings. I found this iron ring in that same area with it. Horse related stuff around here tends to be old because we're not using horses that much anymore. I had a 1953 wheat. I don't think that's out here right now. I think I've already cleaned that up and put it in my collection. Got this decent marble. Alright, so sorry my battery died there. Yeah, what did I say? Oh yeah, I got this marble. Got this from that old yard. I took the Tesoro over there. There's a bunch of clad here. My trash from the last few hunts is up here. I found this guy. I separated out a little. There's still things in here that should be separated out. And that goes into random stuff. But I've separated out enough to give you an idea. I want to get rid of this stuff. Oh, interesting. Here, I found a piece of an old toy car. This is Thunderbird in there, and it's built like an old Tootsie toy. It looks like it would have been a lot bigger than a Tootsie toy. So, I found some of those Tootsie toys before, back when I used to do old stuff more than I did parks. Which it seems like I may be switching over to that for a while. The parks here are getting beat down pretty bad. Here's all my pull tabs that have been coming out of a new park that I'm working. That's also where I got the sapphire ring. Once you start hitting the layer of this type of pull tab, you know, that park's, you're pretty much through the old stuff. I don't know. These tend to be on the very bottom layer for whatever reason. That they come out last. Generally after the jewelry and that. You know, a few odd but mentionables. I don't know what this is. Looks like it would have been part of a knife or something strange. I don't know. If you know what that is, just let me know. But it's going in the garbage either way because it's useless. These are the shell casings I've found lately at the parks. These with the red here. There was a 4th one in there somewhere. They were all in one small area. Some of the square tabs, obviously, there's a lot more of them scattered throughout. Instead of it gone all the way through the trash properly. That was a ring, but iron kid's ring. What else we got? There's another pull tab. This stuff's all going in the garbage. Anyway, this is pretty normal. Screw caps are here. Interesting ones that I've never seen before came out of this park. This Graph's no deposit. I've never seen that before. I see these, but they're rare. The little Pepsi ones. I don't find a lot of those around here. Pepsi, honorable mention, right? Yeah, find a lot of those in the Saver ones. Not sure what that one is. It's got a hole in it now. Just your regular old screw caps. This Hershey's one, I don't think I've ever found one of those. I found this pair of reading glasses. That was interesting. I got this big piece of chain that come out like that. This Gillette razor with no head. It's a nice one, but obviously it's going in the garbage. Now it's not nice anymore. It's been in the ground for too long. Piece of a belt. This is my second fidget spinner. This one doesn't, I don't know, it's just older. So it doesn't really work. It does have bearings in there, but I guess seized up from being in the dirt too much. Yeah. about the best stuff is actually lately has come out of that yard, and let's talk about them. This, I don't know what it is. I had in my head that it was like the top of a lantern, because this handle here, I don't want to crack it. I probably won't throw this away right away, but eventually it's going to probably go in the garbage. But see how that's a handle. At first I thought it was just part of the rim of a can when I was digging it, but it's a really crude type hinge right here. And then it says Union Trust Company, Madison, Wisconsin. So like an old bank or something. And they used to give out piggy banks and stuff, and it does look like there's a slot here, or there used to be. So maybe this was part of an old piggy bank or a lantern. I don't know what it is. And it's just interesting because you can still read it. And that little piece that says Union Trust Company might come off. And if I can get that off, I'll save it. You know, I'll save that piece. I don't want this whole pile of crap. But I'm going to research it as much as I can before I get rid of it. Because it might be something interesting to somebody. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And then I got this horseshoe, which I don't know horses well, and I was confused by why this was closed. It has this little thing in there, but it's for a horse with a foot problem. Basically, I guess it goes like this. And this covers the frog of their foot, that little leathery piece. I don't know, horse feet are strange things to me. It's really thin. I'm gonna give it the old acid bath, get some of that rust knocked off of there, and I'll probably hang it over my front door. I don't know. I found other horseshoes before, some of the real big ones, but I've always thrown them out. I'm gonna hang on to this one because in the same area with it, I found this. That was confusing to me. I'm like, it's not a jack. It's too big and pokey. And when I first got it up, it was nothing but a big ball of rust itself. So I dipped it in some acid, and the rust come off. It's spikier now, but it did lose a tip, and it's not quite as big as it used to be. I guess the rust kind of makes it fluffy. So I started looking around online, and I don't know that this is one of those, but the closest thing I found to this, I found it because I thought it was like a large jack at first, but I found that they're called horse jacks sometimes. That's how I found it online. And this is a caltrop. And basically, you throw it on the ground, and a horse steps on it, and it hurts its foot and doesn't want to, doesn't want to go anymore. So usually used during wars. It's really unusual because we're in northern Illinois here. We don't have Civil War stuff, but this resembles some of the ones that I've seen on the Civil War sites. Look them up yourself. I'm not saying that this is from the Civil War, and I guess I'll never know where this little bit of rust come from. But it's crazy that it was found in an area where there's a horseshoe for a horse with a problem of the foot. Like, you can just imagine, it probably has nothing to do with each other, but you just imagine that the horse had stepped on this. That's why he needed his special shoe.